Indonesia, yeah, we played them in the first round. They didn't play too well. I mean, the balls sort of rolled for us, and we took what was there in front of us. We did what we had to do.
We managed to scrape over the line, but you know, we've been practicing for a few days now, and I think the first match is always a little bit tricky. So
both very good players. Jason's probably playing the best pool on the planet at the minute, so it's going to be a tough match.
They all know I've been playing pretty good the last couple of years and how strong I am, but it's not about me, it's a team. So it's how we're going to work together.
We're here to win. We're here to beat anything that is put in front of us. And tonight is Scotland, so that's what we intend to do.
You don't really need to get up for a derby like this, but yeah, should be good and the crowd will get involved too.
The oldest sporting rivalry, Scotland against England. We are all set and ready to go. Let's head over to Alex Lely and Ted Lerner in the commentary box.
Thank you very much, Nick. And if you enjoyed that last match, this one is sure to also be a cracker. Scotland in the blue, England in the red. Peach for England, Jason Shaw for Scotland. To see who wins the all-important lag. It's only a race to 7. Winner breaks, so this is important, and this goes to Scotland.
Beautiful leg by Jason Shaw. Jason Shaw, do I need to say how good he has been playing the past 2 years? If you see his list of high finishes or wins in the past 2 months, it's really, really amazing. Impressive. Legendary status, the Scot. His biggest win in the Kuwait Open and winner in the Challenge of Champions.
He has a very daring style of play that sometimes can appear to border on careless, but when you look at the results that he's turned in, it's anything but careless and can be frightening for opponents. Of course, this is a Scotch doubles format, so it's not just about Jason, it's about Jason and Pat Holtz, his partner, the veteran. 2 ball down.
It's all about making it work together. So the 5 ball is in a jam. If they don't see anything to work with, the 8 or the 6, they can leave an angle on the 4 to go into him, to rearrange the furniture. Holtz has cinched the ball, could have played it with a little more spin to come straighter in on the 3 ball, but they would have made the shot harder.
These teams took very different paths here to the second round. Scotland barely got by New Zealand 7-6. And England whitewashed Indonesia in a rout. Wasn't even close. So this is a new day. You heard Jason Shaw say at the beginning of this match, sometimes those opening matches in any tournament can be a struggle. And you rarely see a player or teams play great perfect pool wire to wire. Mostly champions always have to endure some kind of a hurdle, miracle comeback.
Difficult safety this. Beautifully executed. This was super difficult, knowing that that object ball would stay in the vicinity of the pocket. The amount of pressure on that cue ball, on placing that cue ball exactly behind the 7. It's amazing, shows a lot of confidence and form.
And it's also taking out the jump shot, isn't it? Because it's too close to the 7 ball, the cue.
Yeah. Now Daryl Peach, the 07 world champion, looking to come off of the rail. The trap here, the risk here is to overdo the swerve. Then he'll go in off or scratch off of the 5. So a very good safety by Jason Shaw immediately after Peach attempt, resulting in a chance. Jason Shaw plays with an extension on his cue always, so reaching this is not a problem.
Does he keep that extension on all the time?
Yeah, it gives him more mass. He likes the feel of a heavier cue. It has more momentum going through the ball.
I've seen Earl Strickland do that, although Earl has a lot of funny things he does. He wears weights around his waist to keep himself from jumping up on the ball. But yeah, the extension on the cue, something I've seen Earl also do.
Yeah, it's sort of a trend. You know, there are players using it. And if you see a strong player playing really strong with it, you know, you want to try it. Pat holds downs to 9, and Scotland, they take the first rack in this race to 7.
And you've got to make hay while the sun shines, because as you noticed from our last match, Philippines was up 5-1 cruising, and 1 miss from Carlo Beato, and next thing you know, it's 5-5. That's the nature of 9-ball when we're playing winter breaks. By the way, we'd like to give a big shout out to the man. Darren Appleton was playing on England A, and they got knocked out, him and Mark Gray, in the first round. But Darren walked out of this arena quite upset. Now, let me just go by the rules here. All second round matches race to 7. That's a short one, especially when it's winter breaks. 1 ball racked on the spot, 30-second shot clock in operation, and 1 extension per rack. Hey, this is good old-fashioned 9-ball. And as I was saying, Darren Appleton recently elected to the Hall of Fame, the BCA Hall of Fame. So the sting of his defeat. Dry break. That's unusual.
Yeah, a mishit by Pat Holtz. Now it's an easy safety behind the 3-ball. But it's difficult to play it as good as Peach has done. Gluing the cue ball to the 3-ball. Now Shaw will play this, attempt to hit this with quite some speed to dissect the 2 balls. Beautiful. Beautiful. Plays like a savant, goes down, pulls the trigger, and the result, perfect.
Yeah, you might think that Jason is being careless, but that's just his style. Very confident. It doesn't take long to make a decision. Imran Majid.
Nicely done. Was difficult, or the difficulty in the shot was to get enough juice on the ball, enough lateral rotation. He left distance, no snooker. But plenty to do for the Scots. Can play containing safety, holds. But the contact on the 1 was too thick. And maybe you can see that the 1 ball got a little bit of backspin or reverse spin. Came out too straight. Now a difficult shot for a difficult shot. I mean, not so easy 1 ball for a difficult 2-7 combination. addressing the ball low. So he never played for that 2-7 combination.
Yeah, what do you think he was playing for there?
Well, a safety. Or a shot to nothing. With the position that he manufactured, he could bank the 2-ball towards the corner, low right, and move the cue ball up table.
Of course, you got to make the 1-ball first, which he did not do. So it is Jason Shaw.
Yeah, Daryl Peach has a very compact technique, style of play. Looks efficient when it works. When under the gun and feeling the heat, it can be a little snatchy. Not him, but the shorter cueing in general.
No, that's not going to go.
Imran now to play a safety, and he has a good shot to play here, behind the 5. 3/4 ball hit. The need for perfect speed. Ooh, a lot of tension out there. A lot of tension. For me, and I think for many in this match, the favorites on paper, if that means anything, England B.
Well, sure, because you have 2 players in Daryl and Imran who quite active, and Jason is also active on the circuit. Pat has taken some time off from the game. He actually, you know, he's a veteran. He's been around a long time, but took some time off to start a business. He actually owns a child nursery in Glasgow. Interesting business. So, but I know that Pat has been to New York to play in tournaments and recently, and he is in decent shape, pool-wise.
Well, not for the moment, because he's going to the comfort of his chair as they have left a straight in on the 2-ball for Peach and Majid. So there we saw that pinchy style of play from Daryl Peach. The advantage of that shorter cueing is that it's less fragile when under pressure. Bulletproof, they call it. Majid, the 2-time Euro Tour winner, has been on the Mosconi Cup team for Europe. The year that they drew even in Rotterdam.
And Imran is a player who has really paid his dues over the years, and he's really upped his game in the last year and a half. Won a number of events, and this is his just reward, getting a spot on England B.
Somewhat of a tester this, because he needs to deal with the 8-ball, Peach, or with the side pocket if he draws to come back further, land closer to the 7.
Overhit it.
Played it with a trace of right spin, but in doing so has overspun the ball. He doesn't have the timing at the moment. Good speed by Pat Holtz. Ooh, easy now.
Yeah, a little bit of a tester, slight tester. I mean, considering the situation. He got it. Nicely done by Pat.
Some recognition there. Confirmation by Jason Shaw. Thanks for that. You covered my back. We book a 2-0 lead. Scotland over England B.
So Scotland will be breaking in rack number 3.
Come on, England!
Seems like we have more English fans here.
Heads up, boys, come on. Noses down, heads up.
York Hall, just a terrific venue for an event like the World Cup of Pool. There's something about hearing those floorboards creak as they walk around. There's so much history here. We've had it's a great venue for boxing with world title fights and Mosconi Cups and the World Cup of Pool, and it just keeps getting better and better as we move along, and we're only in round number 2. All but one seeded team made it through to round number 2. That tells you the talent that we have here in this event.
No ball down.
That's amazing.
And lucky enough, snookered behind the 3 ball, so England B will be forced to play the push out. How does Scotland manage that, to have 2 drive breaks? The way this table has been breaking.
Well, the wing ball there was the 8. Normally that goes in. In that case, it does not. It's quite hot and humid in here.
Good point.
And I don't know how that may affect the conditions. It's probably different from earlier during the afternoon session. One after the next was flying into the corner.
But it does affect, as you said, the balls and the cloth. Push out played by Imran Majid. Trying to lock up that 6 ball. Smart move, because anytime you play a push out, you hand over the table, so you're well off closing the table down.
Of course, that's the only shot in a match when you don't have to hit the object ball. So here on the yellow 1 for Pat Holtz. And he flubs that, and that's, we pointed this out at the top of the show this evening. Pat has not been playing in the last few years on the circuit like these other 3, and he's had 3 errors so far.
Awkward cueing though over the 4 ball. That facial expression of Daryl Peach tells the story. He ain't liking it.
Extension called.
But what alternative is there other than to attack the 1?
Oh, great shot.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful. He was a little weak until now. He didn't like it, but he buckled up and made that 1 ball. Comforting Majid, who could have been a little worried by the missed shots by Peach before. Float this ball in. A little bit of check side to kill that cue ball off the short rail. Now they can consider to draw off the short rail to bump that 6 ball open. They do not, so that can mean 2 things. Or that there's something on that we haven't seen yet. Or that he doesn't want to rush it. Okay. It's only now that they are looking at it. Possibly, if it doesn't pass, thin off the 6, 8-7 combination. No, it's not on, but the passage for the 6 seems to be big enough.
Boy, you must have to be down on that table to see that.
It goes, but position needs to be spot on.
He's going to move it here. Where will it end up?
Oh, that's nice.
Nicely done. And look at that, the 7's on too. Crowd loving it.
Things heating up here in York Hall. Testy shot.
Oh, well done from Imran Majid.
All this set up by that beautiful opening shot of Daryl Peach on the 1 ball. He was jacking up over the 4. That was 1, and then on the 5 opening up the 6. He made a, you know, subpar start, but all that is now recovered.
Daryl really playing with a purpose in 2015. He reached the finals with his partner Mark Gray. They very well could have won that match and won the title. It was very close to Chinese Taipei. They get one on the board finally. England B trails 2-1. The match continues after this. This shot right here off a bad lead by Pat Holtz of Scotland. Daryl Peach with a terrific long pot on the 1, and that led to this nice break up there by Peach. So some great shot making, and Peach was left to get the final 9 ball. England on the board. They trail 2-1. There you see from the afternoon session, Chinese Taipei, a winner over Poland. China, a whitewash, a stunner over Germany. Austria handily defeating Russia. Earlier, the Philippines takes down Holland in a cracker. And after this, it's the USA versus Spain in the nightcap. Daryl Peach now will try to bring England back to level. Ball down. So wing ball down, 6 ball down, but no clear shot at the 1.
First successful break of this match by either team. Now, even when they don't see the 1 ball, they will consider kicking a safety. They are considering the possible positive outcomes, because really playing a push out, giving away initiative is a secondary option. The kick shot either full, banking it towards that zone above the 5 with the chance to hide behind the 8. Yeah, that's what they're playing for. Well, rather taking the risk of leaving a shot, the difficulty to control that kick shot, rather that than to give a push out. I can imagine. The 1 ball goes. And who better than,
I was just gonna say,
this man to take that shot on, to take any shot on.
he has got ice in his veins.
Now, he's a very instinctive player. Likes to play on feel and swift. I don't know if the talking, the consideration together, if that helps him.
Oh, and he leaves it on, so a big miss from Jason Shaw. He fully expected to get that.
I don't know if I would talk too much with him, with Jason being his partner.
How many rounds?
But he's not a machine, Jason Shaw. It was a difficult shot on the 1. Let's not make it like he can't miss.
Yeah, they all miss. Sometimes even a straight-in 9-ball. Remember Alex Pagulayan in the Whirlpool Masters? And here it is again.
There was a slight angle, and shots like these are often missed in the way that Jason missed it. The angle will make the cue ball travel away, and then the brain solves it by missing it straight. Ooh. A bank shot. All is good. The ball dropped. Shape is there, and Imran will float this in. He's very good at these type of shots, although he did pocket it on the thin side. Thin. So the cue ball had too much speed.
No problem. Whoa, look out, that's a scratch. A scratch. A great pot, but the cue ball down, and that'll be an early Christmas gift for Scotland.
Peach, I think, had expected that cue ball to come along to the short rail. Possibly, we'll have to ask him later, but you know, I like how the rails are functioning on this Rasson table, Rasson table, but they are a little shorter. They bounce the cue ball a little shorter than well, other tables.
Here it is again. I mean, ideally, he shouldn't have had that shot to begin with.
Exactly, yes.
It was not the best position left to him by his partner, but you live and die as a team here.
Live and die as a team.
It's nobody's fault.
But it goes to show you how those bigger pockets can work to your advantage or to your disadvantage. Because if you don't pocket clean, if you don't pocket in the heart of the pocket, cue ball will react differently.
So can they see the yellow one? There is, the 4-ball is down. Yeah, you can see it. Oh no. Apparently not.
Daryl Peach with a shot to the left-hand top pocket. Enough distance between the cue ball and the short rail to dig in. Center ball or even draw, but I expect he'll play center ball and leave it a longer 2-ball for Majid. That's it. Cinch the ball. Cinch the ball. Was difficult enough.
Yeah, he's just happy to pot it. Wanted it to go a little further, that cue ball, but what a shot.
Now cut it to the left. And try to avoid the 5-ball. But even if he would hit the 5-ball, the cue ball would have enough speed to get enough up table to leave a cut shot on the 3. Unless he hits that 5-ball full. Very level cue action here. That's always good. Oh, beautiful. A lot of quality there. He spun the ball. He spun the ball, making sure to never, ever hit the 5 or 6. Too much angle to hold it for the 5. Needs to travel. Beautiful.
Boy, these guys are really shooting well, and yet they're down 3-1.
Yeah, you know, they are seasoned players. champions and they know they have to come with it now.
Yeah, it's just a race to 7. This is nothing in pool terms. Goes by in a blink of an eye.
Seems so obvious, but only till you get to play on this type of table under the spotlights, you will not know how awkward it reacts compared to what you normally play on.
We should point out that these players will not have had a chance to play on this table or practice unless they've had a match. They're not allowed to come down here and shoot balls on the table. It's all up in the practice room. Except the only one allowed seemingly to shoot balls was you. I think you were shooting balls earlier.
No,
not you.
No,
wasn't you.
No, traitor. No. I want to. Actually, I was here this morning with my cue, but there weren't any balls. Nice shot. Nice shot. No perfect cue ball positions, but it's not a jury sport. The only objective is to sink this ball, the 9 ball.
That's exactly what Imran Majid does. 3-2. That's the kind of cueing that can build a load of confidence for England.
2 nice shots. The one by Daryl Peach, and then that long 2 ball that Imran had to float in with the trace of spin.
Some really good shot making there. We mentioned earlier Daryl Peach playing with a purpose. Came in second in 2015, but also his father has not been well lately, and in fact he didn't want to come down to the tournament, but his father said, Daryl, get down there and play. So he's doing it for Pops. And we'd like to wish the Peach family well and say hello to everyone up there in Blackpool.
England to break, trailing 2 racks to 3. Quiet down now, please. Thank you.
Imran Majid preparing well there. An important shot, if not the most important shot. Good break. Made a ball. They'll continue with a long shot on the 1, but it will be difficult to continue from there. The 2 ball doesn't seem to pass the 3 ball. It's really tight. What they can do is just try to make the 1, get as close as they can to the 2 ball, and then play safety from there, or try to make it. Rattled the 1.
Just barely hanging on the shelf there.
And this is so much more difficult than it seems. If that ball is hanging over the lip of the pocket, it's easy to hit it a fraction thick, a fraction thin.
Extension call.
And the thickness will determine the speed and angle of deflection of the cue ball. Jason Shaw will try to land left of the 2 ball. Difficult. Did well. Still a difficult shot. But Pat Holtz has a shot. Now can he draw this cue ball to get to the short rail in between the 6 and 3? Nice. Ah. Well, it was a difficult shot.
Yeah, traffic.
And you know, making that ball, getting the required angle on the cue ball, and then also smooth stroking it, so maybe with 30% less speed, that was too much to ask at this moment of time for Pat Holtz. He's jumping. Riding the 9. Jason Shaw is.
So that shot is on the red 3.
Looking at the line of deflection off of the 8 ball. With a high ball and then a little right spin to help that cue ball get to the right side of the 4. Yes, somewhat set, but he overhit it. So end of break. Beach looking at the best defensive option.
Extension called.
Extension called. There is a path to go off of the right side of the 4. Oh, to there. And then the most important thing would be to control that 4 ball so that it comes to sit behind the 8 ball. Over 2 rails. No extensions left, needs to hurry. Took all the time that was available, rightfully so, because Daryl Peach has played a beautiful safety. Beautiful. Was all about speed control. Pat on the leg by Imran Majid. Non-verbal communication. Nice try, but unsuccessful.
So now England with an opportunity to tie the match and make it just a race to 4. The winner, a spot in the quarterfinals tomorrow. Then we move up to a race to 9, which is getting more to the level of what these players are used to. These races to 7 are super short. You really don't have much time to get into the match. So a little more breathing space as we get to the quarterfinals.
Good enough, should be good enough. Now on this table, Daryl Peach can choose to kill the cue ball with a lot of spin, or stay on the vertical axis and just use speed to get the required shape on the 9 ball. Good shape, almost straight in. Majid will level.
England takes the safety battle, run the colors, tie the score. And we'll have more after this break here at the World Cup of Pool. Imran Majid takes down the 9 ball. Some crafty potting from England. Crowd loves it. 3-3 in this race to 7. There you see some results from the afternoon session, round 2. Chinese Taipei, China, Russia into the quarterfinals, as is the Philippines. What a great match that was against Holland. Coming up next, USA versus Spain.
Can't wait for that one, Ted. Skylar Woodward and Shane Van Boding will be in action in their second match. Philippines will play China. in the quarterfinals tomorrow. And the winner of this match will be up against Albanushan and Mario Hay from Österreich.
Quiet down now, please.
Austria, that is. Effective break.
Wing ball down. Will there be an open shot? Well, they can see the one.
And it does go past the 3 ball. It's long, it's angled, but he can play this with a nice center ball hit to get towards the long rail, slide forward to the short rail and leave a cut on the 3 ball. Or played more positive. Center table with the cue ball. Beautiful. Beautiful by Imran Majid. He passes the blood test.
I know it's tied, but England has shown better potting in this match so far.
Yeah, Majid shown, you know, how good his form is. I know how good his form is because he's getting results on the European circuit. But he needs to come with another one now. Cut to the blind pocket on his right. And he needs to spin the cue ball. Good shot by Imran. The Maharaja is playing good. He was on the England team when they won the World Team Championship.
Yeah.
A beautiful event in Hanover, Germany.
2010. Oh yeah, he's been around. And it's really good to see him playing well and getting invitations to events like this.
Yeah, he's looking good. Looking in shape. Hits the ball crisp. Crisp it was, never hit the rail, that 8 ball.
So it's Daryl Peach. The first lead of the match for England. They were down 3-1, now up 4-3. And they really have played better than Scotland.
Yeah,
Didn't panic.
Still a hiccup here and there.
Yep, that's to be expected.
He had an awkward pot on the 4, Imran Majid, after Daryl Peach misplayed that position. It's not how you do it. It's just about getting it done.
Well, against Indonesia, they came out on fire.
Leading 4 racks to 3.
There was a lot of energy in the room, and in this match, it's been a lot more low key, and they're very focused. I like the way they're playing.
Now, I expect the blue 2 ball to drop, but the 1 ball, will it hit the jaw again?
He just tears into that rack.
Goes in this time, and that's a good kiss on the 8 ball, because otherwise I believe it would have ended behind the 5 and 9. So in this manner, they're left with a shot. Always a test of cueing this, close to the rail. And then I really like that action of Peach.
He's not happy with that, though.
No, hasn't come out far enough. What did he look at, Imran? He's nice. Kick it, clip it. To the right side of the bunch of balls. Too thick. Now, Jason Shaw was winner of not the Derby City Classic Bankpool, but the Deurne City Classic. This was a tournament in Holland organized with the same format, 1 pocket bankpool and 9 ball. And he destroyed the field in banks. Cross-side. No. Didn't like the angle. How's that for a shot?
Pretty good safety. Bank pool being every shot must be a bank. It's a popular game in the Midwest of the United States, but not many other places.
Extension called.
Beautiful safety by Jason Shaw. Very difficult to judge this for Daryl Peach. Also because that 4 ball is at least a diamond off of the rail. It's like an island in the Pacific. Nice hit. Nice hit, and in the replay you can see how much that cue ball arced after the long rail. And that's exactly what the difficulty is with that type of shot.
Is there a gap there?
There's a gap. And I think they can make the 4. Good shot, a lot of speed though.
Nice effort from Pat Holtz.
Cue ball has ended up good. In between the 9 and 7.
Do you think that Pat and Jason have to worry about, one is a lefty, the other's a righty? Does that come into any play in how they think about where to leave the ball?
Well, sometimes, only in very specific situations. But it does make a difference for how they think, because left-handed athletes and right-handed athletes have a brain that works differently. That's exactly the reason why left-handed athletes are usually more field players, more instinctive. Judd Trump, Jimmy White, Jason Shaw, Joshua Filler, Rodney Morris. Very sharp cut this. Oh, he played that good. He played that good with a lot of touch and confidence.
After some early troubles, Pat Holtz starting to shoot well.
Right when I was about to announce code orange for the Scots. Well, actually in the race to 7 at 0-0 you start out with code orange.
Exactly. You're
Nice
never
shot.
out of it until that last 9 ball drops.
And this match is developing nicely. Not playing their A game, but that's only the better. More drama.
And more tension building here at your call. Scotland gets one back. It's tied at 4, and it's just a race to 7. The script has yet to be written on this one by a long shot.
Now, Scotland to break, and on almost all, if not all their breaks thus far, breaking from our right side, they hit the 1 ball a little on the left side, and they had 2 dry breaks and 3 breaks where they didn't make the corner ball. So I'm trying to understand if it was their intention to hit the 1 ball like that, or if they're collectively mishitting the break. If it's their intention, if it was their intention,
Thank you, rack 9.
I think it was
Scotland
to
to break.
control that 1
4
ball.
racks each.
But now I'd be more worried about making that 8 ball drop.
8 ball being the wing ball. That does go down.
Oh.
1 nearly goes down. The 2 in.
Oh, and that's a beautiful roll. In the replay, we can see how that 1 ball hit the 2 posts of the center pocket goal, thus staying in front of the pocket. I don't think that that 3 ball has spoiled the party, because the 3 is available to be pocketed with a carom off of the 1.
Well played from Pat Holtz.
Top spin, little bit of left hand side, go in between the 6 and 9. Now if he goes in between the 6 and 9,
Extension call.
it will be a natural angle for Holtz to get back to the 5. Now what Jason Shaw is pointing at is just to play a high ball, avoid spin, making the pocket somewhat, the potting of the ball somewhat easier. Cinching the ball.
Overhit it, overcut it.
Cinching the ball with a chance for a safety.
Got lucky.
Well, they played the shot in such a way that there were outs, that there were probabilities of luck.
And those are always part of the calculations when players shoot.
I mean, these players with their shot
Extension call.
selections, it's like a Pentium 3 processor. I mean, the list of considerations they make in 8 seconds, it's amazing. What they see, what they think.
Yeah, if you don't make it, what's going to happen? Maybe I can get it safe if it doesn't go in. So now Darrell Peach with the jump cue.
No chance, I believe, to make it and come back to the 5. But never say never when these wizards are at work. It will go in between the 6 and 9. Hello, it says shot on for Scotland. Eagle Eye Shaw. What a match.
Yeah, this is going back and forth. Something has got to give.
It's a dogfight, this is.
So they're off to the races in this rack. Scotland led 3-1. England stormed back with 3 in a row, led 4-3. Scotland should be 2 in a row for them. That'll be right now.
They did get the rub of the green when Holtz missed that long putt. Fluke, no, it wasn't a safety fluke. You know, they played a smart shot and it came out right.
5-4 in favor of Scotland. They'll be back up at the table with a chance to increase the lead by 2, closer to the finish line here at the World Cup of Pool. Scotland storms back after a surge of England put them in a bit of a hole, but Scotland now leads at 5-4 in this race to 7. Chinese Taipei are defending champions. China, Russia, and the Philippines all through to the quarterfinals. Coming up next, the USA taking on Spain in our nightcap.
5 racks to 4.
Break off for Pat Holtz.
Look at this venue here
Now-
at York Hall.
Okay, this is the first time he hits that one ball on the right side. Testy little shot here for Jason Shaw, and I'll take a quick moment to correct myself because I just got a message from someone who said that with the Intel 3 processor you're not going to win a house tournament nowadays.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
Intel Xeon you need to
Yeah.
be here performing
You're
at
a
the
little
world
behind.
stage.
Yeah, a little behind the times there with the number 3 processor.
Fine cut and spin required to end on the right side of the 2. He played for the 2-8 combination.
And he's left that on. Little work though to get to that 2 ball for England.
Super difficult shot this. He's not in 5th gear, Jason Shaw. Just trying hard.
Extension call.
You can't always win all your matches in 5th gear. You also have to bring the boat back when it's stormy weather. Everyone holding their breath.
Another miss. So both teams feeling the heat.
Yeah, he didn't push through smooth enough. So do you complain getting this from your opponent? No, you're happy to be back at the table.
Oh my.
Foul stroke.
A foul.
Ball in hand.
And that's a big miss there.
Absolutely.
This was a chance to regain
Start the clock,
initiative.
please.
Ball on hand for Peach. They'll play position for the 2-8 combination.
I'm sure Jason Shaw extremely unhappy with that, but hasn't said anything to his partner.
No, no use. He'll feel the pain.
I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. He didn't say anything to him or to console Pat Holtz when he came to sit down after that. But we knew from early on that there was going to be a lot of twists and turns in the road to 7, to the magic number. And it seems like it's a long way from over at this point. It's getting quite tense in here.
A lot of angle left on that 2 ball. Difficult to control. That's nicely done. Heading for the 6 and 9. A wall, a little wall of balls to land against. Keeping their calm. Which is difficult if you're not putting the cue ball in the right spot. You know, when that cue ball finds itself in the proper position after most shots, it's easy to stay calm. They're showing a lot of mental strength.
Look out.
Snatchy. Peach cueing there. As a result, loss of position.
So how hard is it to get? Okay, he cuts this.
No,
cannot. Cannot.
Difficult stroke this. He was close to the 6 and he needed to give speed, but he did well. Controlled that cue ball, and now he's looking if he has left a jump shot, and he did.
Yeah, but a jump shot to what?
Exactly, good point. He will hit this ball. Risky for a
Extension
commentator
call.
to say, but really he's a big favorite. 9 out of 10.
I mean, but even if he hits it, there's not it's a pretty open table here.
He can luck it in. I would play for the bank. Hit it straight in the face. There, boom.
Oh my. Great effort.
Also, because in that manner he controls the cue ball. And what an outcome for Jason Shaw and Pat Holtz now in the chair. But they can sigh. They're relieved to not having left the 6-ball open for Peach and Majid.
Just in time.
Yeah, and the crowd goes wild, and they should, because this was a lifesaver for Majid and Peach. Beautiful shot by Peach. Refusing the Scots to get to the hill. Wonderful.
You are right, Alex. Everything was hanging in the balance right there. It could have gone either way. Scotland could have been one away from victory, but we are tied. English fans singing here at York Hall, ready to blow the roof off the joint.
So the match now reduced to a best of 3. A race to 2. And with the break working as it is today here in York Hall, having that break is a huge advantage. Just 2 racks needed.
Thank you, rack 11. England to break, 5 racks each.
Finish line so close, but they have to keep their focus on the shot. Just the shot that they have in front of them.
That's a very good break.
A nice squat, but the cue ball has gone down, so the 2, the lowest numbered ball. The blue 2.
Red 3, orange 5, and the pink 4. So 3 balls.
A cynical laugh
of
Daryl Peach.
You have such a great break and no shot to a pocket.
Scots can expect to get back to the table. Now they can bank the 2 ball back to the orange 5 with a 3/4 ball hit, and then seek hiding behind the 7. And even if they wouldn't hide the 7, there'd be a chance that the 5 would block that 2 ball, the lane towards the pocket. Majid has chosen differently, a more containing shot, less risk, well, easier to execute. And I'm saying less risk, but the reply is pretty straightforward. Cut the 2 ball, or send it directly to the short rail, or a little thicker, play long rail, and then to the middle of the short rail. Time ticking. If he would play the bank shot to bank the 2 ball to the corner, he would not have shape on the 5. Containing shot. So this is the price that England paid for the previous safety plate after the break. They played a waiting shot. They gave away initiative. And they're paying a price for it. Peach will try here to get in deep behind that 2 ball.
That's a good point on the containing safety, because it leaves that shot for your opponent.
Oh, did he hit that good? Did Daryl Peach hit that kick shot good? Beautiful. There wasn't a lot of room between the 2 ball and the rail.
Nicely done.
Judge that to perfection. A kick and stick, they call it.
So they've gotten the initiative back, England. So it'll be Pat Holtz now.
Will he leave a window?
Yes, he has.
Now this I find a very nasty shot to play myself if I'm under the gun.
Why is that?
It's so sensitive. You have to cue it so well if you're going to stay on this side of the table for the 5, if you're not coming around the angles. If you're checking the cue ball,
Extension call.
it's easy to misplay it. It's possible he's going to swing that cue ball around, play a more positive shot. No. Lucky to see that 5 ball, that they had a double kiss with that 6 ball.
It's a difficult shot for Darrell Peach. Also consider the circumstances. One mistake could spell doom.
Now in the past 15 minutes, Peach is becoming very strong. Where it was Majid in the beginning of the match, he now is the pillar of the 2.
Wisely chooses the safety.
And if they choose to jump that 5, is there a Karam on the 9?
He is going to jump it.
Now the 9 will not head directly to the left-hand pocket, but maybe off of the left rail. No, a thin contact on the 5. The 9 never set in motion. It's not a bad leave. Shaw cannot complain. On a club table, I even like this shot. Loading that cue ball up with side spin. That is ultra difficult here. The amount of deflection or squirt of that cue ball on this table compared to a club table, maybe double.
No. Oh, and he got a decent bounce. Not a terrible leave.
Now the initiative is swinging back and forth. Tension is building, and now that shot clock is really a pain in the neck. No extensions available anymore. Difficult to keep a clear head. Choosing that simple shot. Good shot. Good shot. And it would be best if the lower side of the 5 would be blocked by the 7. Then Peach couldn't cut that 5 back to the short rail.
Oh, and that is definitely on for Scotland.
Oh. Mind you, this is more difficult than it seems. This is thin. It's not automatic to get on the 6. Played it well.
Now it's just about executing. Seeing Pat Holtz has had a few issues in the last few racks, actually throughout the match. He's played well though. There's just been a few instances where he has flubbed his lines.
Well, he was, you know,
it happens.
He was also getting awkward positions.
It's a good point.
I mean, he's been solid.
Yeah. But I mean, everybody makes mistakes, and very few teams have played perfect.
To get to the hill, a straight in 8, straight in, a slight angle, so a decision to be made. Gentle, smooth, with finesse, or to punch it.
Nice lead by Pat Holtz for Jason Shaw. This to get to the hill, which means one away from victory and a spot in the quarters.
A nice safety battle there, containing safeties back and forth. Daryl Peach, the first one to fold. But if there's pressure, something's got to give. This time it was England.
So the winner will move into the quarterfinals here at the World Cup of Pool. This was Pat Holtz leaving this elementary 9 for his partner Jason Shaw.
For me, the most fragile element in Holt's game during this match has been his break. In the beginning he hit 2 weak ones, but his last one was good. But it's not even his turn. Brendan Moore confirms Jason Shaw to break. For the money, I need to get to the quarterfinals.
Thank you, rack 12.
Make a ball, get shape on the lowest numbered ball.
86 racks to 5. Quiet down, please.
Nine ball is moving towards the pocket. Ball's down. Shot on the 2.
Ooh.
Does it go past the 3?
No, it does not. Well, maybe a kiss shot into the rail, into the 3, but it's not sitting nicely. It's it's makeable, but then it's just as hard, I think, as cutting that 2 into the 3 to make the combination. Neither one of those 2 shots is sitting nicely. But you can't expect things to be easy. You gotta come with the goods. I think he set his mind on the kiss shot off of the rail.
Oh no, a chance. Oh, and that would have kept Scotland at the table if the 4 had gone down. It's not a call shot game. You just have to hit the object ball first. Look at that, the 4. That's this game is so funny sometimes. It's the slightest roll of a ball can mean your whole career changes.
I don't know if they think it's funny right now. Trap, this is tricky. They don't want that 3 ball to follow the 4 ball. Half ball hit required. Watch out. Nice. Nice. He was willing the ball not to go in.
A lot of nervous tension here at your call. If England can get out here, this crowd will explode. They will go bonkers. They are ready, and it's just a few balls away, but just some execution here from England before that happens.
Okay. Needs to come back somewhat with the cue ball. Little back and off of the rail if you can, please.
Gotta watch that he doesn't, Daryl doesn't touch the ball below his shirt there, even if the shirt touches the ball.
Oh, he misplayed it.
Well,
a former world champion showing that he's human. Daryl Peach feeling the heat.
Look at this, jacking up.
Oh, nice one, Maharaja. Beautiful shot, did not bother to ask for an extension. Confident.
tells the story. 12 racks in the books, evenly divided, 1 rack to decide who moves on to the quarterfinals and who is out. It's that simple. Winner breaks, so England will break in the final rack. Rack number 13. And this was it. The miss by Scotland allowed England back at the table. And it was a bit of work they had to do to get down to the 9. That was a great shot there by Imran Majid. Daryl Peach deposits the 9. And it will be Imran Majid to break.
Yeah, beautiful shot by Imran on the 7. Showing a lot of bottle there. Now breaking in rack 13 for all the marbles. Three ball down, 1 ball down, 4 ball down, and a shot on the 2. He's close. He's good.
Perfect break from Majid. You couldn't get it at a better time.
Hold it together now, Daryl Peach. Beautiful, beautiful. To the rail and out. Straight in on the 5. Couldn't have positioned that ball better with his hand. Immaculate stuff here. What a finish. 4 balls left to steal this match. Imran Majid has played so well. He's hitting the ball so well. Get that cue ball back. Crisp. That ball would have dropped on a snooker table. Keep your eye on the ball. Played it positive with extra authority.
England close out the deal with 2 racks in a row. They come back against a game Scotland. England is through to the quarterfinals. Scotland is out.